Okay, prosperity. We talked about prosperity yesterday. I know I'm on my way to great prosperity. I just know that.
All right, we're going to play together. So if you know you're on your way, then you also know you're not there.
Yes.
Is there a wobble in that?
Yeah.
So, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have been able to perceive the out of balance of that just a little while ago, but now you get the imbalance of that. So what can you say? How general do you have to be to step back from the wobble? That's the work.
Yeah. I feel prosperous. So I feel very prosperous sometimes.
Yeah, that's all right,
again.
though. That's all right. That's all right. There was no wobble in that statement. In other words, she wasn't contradicting herself in that statement. Often I feel prosperous. There's no wobble in that statement. Often I feel prosperous. There's no wobble.
Often I feel prosperous. I sometimes feel money doesn't have to do with money. It's about a vibration.
Good.
I get
that's
that.
good. So
the happier I feel, sometimes I feel so happy that I feel so rich.
So there is a richness or a prosperity in alignment.
Yes.
There's a richness or a prosperity in wisdom. There's a richness or a prosperity in vitality and clarity. I feel rich with clarity. If that's true, if you're confused all the time, don't say that. You'll wobble. Don't say what you don't mean. Here, let's say this. When you say what you don't mean, you wobble. So figure out what you mean that has no wobble and say that a lot. Affirm in a wobble-free zone. And don't affirm to stop the wobble. I can do this, I can do this, I know that I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I know I can make this happen, I can make this happen. That's just asking for it. Yeah.
I have a lot of money flowing to me.
All right, now you may wobble a little. Why don't you get off the subject of money?
Yeah,
and
because that's where I always get stuck. I have a lot of money flowing to me, and I don't even count. I, pay for things I don't want to know because I know there's so much coming and there.
Well, now wait. Uh-huh. We don't think that's a good idea. We don't think it's a good idea to be oblivious to where you are. What if you're out of balance and you don't know where you are? Really, do you not want to know where you are financially, and so you're just putting it on your credit card until there's a wobble that is so big that you can't overcome it? Is that a good idea? That's taking wobble into action that wobbles more. So we don't think ignorance or being oblivious to, we're not asking you to ignore, we're asking you to focus generally enough that you can find stability on the subject.
How this all happened is, with the thought, like, if I want this, then I have to start feeling like this. So if I want to be rich, I have to start feeling or acting like I was rich. That was where I started.
Here's the question that we have, because we know, we've been talking about that. We've been talking with you for a long time about that, and we've been watching you dabble at that with not very much success with that. And this is the reason that you have not been having very much success with that. You can't overcome how you really feel with the words. And so it really is necessary that you find something that you do feel prosperity about, and that you rest with it, that you own it, and that you then trust that law of attraction, and it will amplify it and make it more. So start with something that is for sure steady and stable on this subject.
I have no idea at the moment.
Yeah, you do.
I feel at ease. No.
All right. It's all right. That's what you do. You just keep feeling around until you... In the early days when we were talking about focus wheels, we talked about how, have you seen the merry-go-round in the playground, and the kids have got it going really fast and you want to get on, so you try to get on, but it's going too fast and it just spins you off in the bushes? Well, that's what happens when you're trying to jump onto something that you're not up to speed with. So you just feel that you don't stick. So the idea is to just slow it down enough that you can get on, and then once you're on, law of attraction will speed it up. And when law of attraction speeds it up, then you have access to all kinds of things that are a higher frequency. So the key is to just not try to jump in so hard or so fast. So you're reaching for something that you already believe. That's a good way of saying it. Something that you already believe, or something that already feels resonant with source on the subject of prosperity. Now, it could be that you might want to leave the subject altogether, but we think you have the ability to find some feeling of prosperity, some basic feeling of prosperity within you.
I feel the most prosperous when I'm happy. I feel prosperity in happiness, in lightness.
Our friend earlier said, I believe in law of attraction. Do you? Do you trust that law of attraction is consistent?
Yes.
I like how law of attraction shows me how I'm doing. One of my favorite things is improved life, which helps me to understand I've got improved vibration. I just love that. I love knowing that there's always going to be something else for me, and I've made peace. I've made peace. Have you? This is an important question. I've made peace with my eternal nature. I accept that there will always be more for me.
Yes.
I am making peace. Feel how that's softer rather than I have made peace? I am making peace with the gap because I understand that there will always be a reason for it to move out there a little. So I like that I'm always closing the gap. I like me. I like that I know this. I like that I attracted this. I like that I understand this. I like that this makes sense to me. I like that I have emotions. I like that my inner being is thinking about the things that I'm thinking about. I like that I have emotions that let me know when I'm completely resonant with my thought, with the thought that Source is having about that.
Yes.
I like training myself into the frequency of Source. I like training myself into the frequency of clarity. I like training myself into the frequency of happiness. I like training myself into the frequency of abundance. Now, going about it like that, there wasn't a bump. There wasn't a wobble. Did you feel any wobble there? I like training myself into the frequency of abundance. It's going to be fun watching this unfold. I can feel that I'm shifting. I've watched myself steadily improve. I've watched the evidence steadily improve. I see other people. I know that we all have the same amount of hours in a day. We all have the same relationship with source energy in that the stream is flowing to all of us. And so I get it that I get to consciously establish how much of that stream I allow to flow into my experience. I just love that. I love that I can't get it wrong. I love that there are no misses. I love that any way it goes in any moment in time is knowledge for me. Knowing what I know makes it impossible for me to misunderstand what's happening. I can see the correlation between how I've been feeling about this and that and how this and that is turning out. There's never a surprise for me. These days, I never feel out of control about anything because I get it. I get it. I sometimes recognize I'm not doing as well as I could. Now, is there a wobble in that statement under these conditions? We don't think so. Sometimes I don't do as well as I could do, but I'm doing better all the time. That clears up the wobble, doesn't it? Yep. I'm doing better all the time. I'm getting better and better and better at this. I love being good at this. I love the evidence of this. I love knowing that I can take a subject like prosperity, like money, and that I can clean up my vibration, that I am cleaning up my vibration, that I have shifted my vibration. I am standing in anticipation of the evidence of this improved vibration. I've done it deliberately, and when it flows, oh, the satisfaction factor is so great. It's not just about the money. Oh, don't get me wrong, I love the money. I love the freedom that the money provides. But what I really like is getting a handle on all of this, being in control of my own vibration, talking myself into vibrational alignment.
Can I have something where I'm stuck.
Yes. Is it boring when it's that general?
No.
Or are you feeling for the wobble? Are you feeling for it? Are you getting what we're talking about? Do this for just a little while and watch what happens in your experience. You'll start waking up feeling better. Things that haven't been working out will begin to work out. Dollars will begin to flow in from places that you didn't even know that they were there. All kinds of direct evidence to the subject of financial prosperity will reveal itself to you. Wrong words. It's not that it's revealing itself to you because it's right there revealing itself to you all of the time. But you will realize, you will recognize the path. You'll be right there. You'll meet up with it.
You know, what happens, I feel prosperous, happy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in there and I'm good and it's everything's good.
To what point? To what point?
And then I see a price, which is like, whoa, and I go like, I shouldn't feel like this if I feel very prosperous. And then I get in there and I can't get out of that. It's the same with the morning.
So the price point made you wobble.
Yeah.
The price.
So it feels off to get that for that price. So then I just have to be there, right? That's okay for it to feel off.
It better be okay because you can't do anything about it. You are where you are. In other words, the sky's not going to fall, and we're not going to cut you off from conversations.
But I should feel different, but I don't.
Well, that's really the thing that we've been talking about. So the price made you wobble, and then you beat up on yourself because you're wobbling, and now you're really wobbling, and now you're not where you want to be. And so let's start there. Let's step back from that. Let's step back from that. So let's start at a wobble-free place about beating up on yourself.
Okay.
I was born into contrast. I accept that the contrast is a good thing. I was born with a guidance system. I'm really good at sensing where I am. I like feeling my emotions. They help me know what I'm emitting. My emotions tell me what I'm doing with my point of attraction. I really like what I'm doing with my point of attraction. I like my point of attraction. I like knowing that I'm emitting a signal and that the law of attraction is responding to it. I really like that. I like offering a vibration, and I like offering a vibration on purpose. I'm good at that. We're repeating, we know. I'm good at this. And when I feel a little offness, that's a wonderful thing, and I'm getting better and better at feeling it earlier and earlier. I'm tending to the wobble earlier so that I'm getting more momentum going. So I'm doing really good. I feel really good. I feel really good about myself and my relationship with my guidance system and how things are going in general. And I'm really feeling good about prosperity. I can feel I've got it managed. I can just feel it. But there's this thing that happens to me where I see something that, in my opinion, is outrageously priced. It doesn't seem that anyone should be charging so much for that. I actually feel discord when I see that. I feel discord when I see that. And now I'm mad at myself for feeling discord. Well, no, not so much. That discord is showing me that there's some imbalance. So what is the imbalance? Well, I'm feeling some judgment about what other people charge, or I'm feeling some lack about how much I am able to attract into my experience. I want to do something about that. I'm looking forward to reaching the point that I can see something that formerly I thought was outrageously priced, and I can say, well, it's supply and demand, and clearly there must be enough people that can afford that there it is, priced like that in this place. So there must be plenty of people who have found that prosperity, who have found that balance. I don't have to figure out how they found it. It really is soothing to me that they have found it. I really love economy. I really love creation. I really love manufacturing. I really love how this world goes round. I really love that there are creative artists. I really love that there are people that sell things. I really love all of the people that are involved in the process. I really love the win-win. I really love economics. I love spending money. I love adding to the economy. I love knowing that money flows in and out. I love money flowing in and out to the degree that I desire it and allow it. I love knowing that I can be a personal economic boom to civilization. I love dollars flowing through me. I love recognizing the talent of others. I love rewarding others for their talent. I love that they think enough of what they have created that they are putting a big price tag on it, because it means it's meaningful to them in a really big way. And the likelihood of it being meaningful to me in a really big way when it's meaningful to them in a really big way. I like to rendezvous with the most magnificent of creators. I don't want to buy things that people think so little of that they put very low value on. And so I have very low value for it, and so I buy this thing of very low value. That is not resonant with me. I love feeling the bigness of it. I love knowing everything that went into it. I love the wholeness of the economy. I believe that the economy is what makes the world go round, because it is tied to the selfish personal interests of all of the people who are involved in it. Economics is just my favorite thing. I've really got my juices going relative to the subject of economics. I'm so proud of so many people that are out there finding their way. And clearly, these people have found their way. Look where this is placed, and look how it is priced, and look what it is. Oh, I'm so looking forward to the day that that easily fits into my experience, where I see it and feel the perfect resonance of it, and I am the market that they are reaching for, because the prosperity of the world has flowed to me with such abundance that I don't have to give thought to anything like that. If it appeals to me vibrationally, it appeals to me in any way. I love contributing to the world in this way.
Yes.